Good evening, good morning, good night, wherever you are. Hope you're doing well. It is another episode of Midweek Point and Click. This time we're starting a new game. Steve, how you doing?
Hi everyone. Everyone can hear me?
I can hear you very well. I think I might just turn down the game just a skosh so we can hear you a bit better.
Hi Taki.
There we go. Hell yeah, hell yeah. All right, so bit of housekeeping with this game. Turns out this game has Twitch integration, so I enabled that in the settings. Let's quickly see if it's still there. Hang on 1 second. Here we go.
So it's kind of like it's going to be like a cult of whatever the cult game was, or is it going to be more like one of those ones where people can mess with us while we're playing, like make things harder or easier?
It's a bit of a column A, column B. I think people can make decisions and mess with us and give us a bit of zhuzh to help us on. Maybe influence dice rolls and things like that. It looks like it didn't save, so I might quickly do that before we start. But yeah, Steve, while I'm doing this, tell me what you remember or what you've heard of Disco Elysium.
Not much, because I've had it on I've actually purchased it, but I've had it on unplayed for ages. And I kept getting close to playing it, but not actually starting it, because it's intimidating starting an RPG, or what I assumed is an RPG. So I just haven't quite started. I forget the reasons what people would have told me why to get it. It might be something to do with art style, and it might be a decent RPG, but I can't remember specifics because it's just been sitting there on a backlog for ages. What about you?
So I've played this twice, for only 4 hours each time. Played it completely different ways, so it's going to be new for me as well, for the most part. And especially since we've got an audience and we've got you as well, Steve, who's never seen it, we'll do a lot of... Hopefully, if this Twitch integration works, there'll be a lot of voting on particular things. If it doesn't end up working for whatever reason, then we'll just... Hang on. Can we connect? Hang on. I don't want to reset settings. What are you doing? Here we go. Connecting to server. Connection established. There we go. Do you guys see the extension at all? There should be just like a highlighty thingamajig on the window. I don't know how it works.
I don't see anything.
It's sort of like how sound alerts works, I believe. Let's see. Configure this before you go live for the best experience. Yep. Okay. There's like a wee little thing, Hinton. Okay. Cool.
And if I was better at voices, I would try to do an Edward Norton voice.
I don't know. He's kind of got the John Lennon look as well, as if John Lennon was thrust into the Russian military.
Yeah, like John Lennon got drafted before he could form the Beatles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we missed the last stream because I had a work event on. I almost thought it was going to be spiritually okay because I thought it seemed like we are going to go to an escape room.
Oh, nice one.
But,
Love an escape room.
Yeah, so they kept saying it's not an escape room; it's a challenge room. And I kept thinking to myself, that sounds like it's just like an escape room, but they don't want to panic people. Like some people might get nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's going to be, because they just let you out if you go over time. But it ended up being much different. It was just more like a set of mini games, like physical mini games.
Like you're on Survivor or something.
Yeah, like they had a hotel theme, so you're going from room to room, multiple groups, and each group is going room to room in a way that, like, each group's in a different room, and they're just sort of rotating. Was stuff like one of the rooms was painted black with these bright fluorescent polka dots all around, and there were a bunch of colored lights also within those. So to keep like flashing all of them, you got to smack them all, like basically whack-a-mole sort of thing. You got to smack all the lights that light up each like tick of it doing the routine.
That's cool. That's cool.
If it was a ball pit, might be the first time I've been in a ball pit.
Oh, because they're usually filled with vomit, right? All the vomit of children.
I kept thinking of that because that's the thing you hear from Americans. It's the Chuck E. Cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the establishment or the franchise, and apparently that always, and he's not usually vomits to go to, but all sorts of bodily fluids will be in those. So I thought to myself, well, something like this, they've got to clean them more, I guess, and they're not necessarily children. Because I think the thing with Chuck E. Cheese is there's always children, as opposed to this is a mixture of adults and children going through it. I seem to be the only one. They had a little slide that goes into the ball pit, where you could step into it. I seem to be the only one that took the slide.
Oh, wow. You know what? I must say, seeing you in a ball pit would probably be one of life's greatest joys.
But it was like a shallow ball pit, and it's also the game itself. Didn't really utilize that in such a way that would be fun because it's just there were 3 basketball hoops, and you're just basically picking up the balls and throwing in the balls into the hoops.
Okay. Cool. Hinton asks, why did they never do Survivor in a hotel? I would say Circle is kind of like Survivor in a hotel. Circle's pretty good too.
I don't know. I did it just because it's like, I might as well, and then it was surprisingly fun. Sliding into a ball pit.
Oh yeah, it sounds great.
No idea why no one else did.
Yeah. When Lisa does her dance stuff, sometimes she goes to, it's like almost like a trampoline sort of gym, but there's like big foam pits and things where you can go and jump in and splash around in the foam, which sounds like a great time. Gramex, how you doing? Welcome in. Good to see you in here. We haven't started yet, so should be good. If you guys can let me know whether the extension is now working. I know Hinton said that there's a wee little thing in the corner. If it's not there, maybe you need to refresh the page. But from there, we should be able to. Yeah. You want to go in the ball hole? Let's create a character rather than using one of the archetypes, and we can all just choose how we want the stats to go. Oh, okay. So let's start with everything at 1. All right, so it looks like we've got 4. We've got intellect, psyche, physique, and motorics.
With an average, it's 2 each, and then we got to decide. No, 3 each. We got to decide if we want to have it imbalanced, I guess.
Well, everyone in chat can recommend as well. So maybe Steve, you go first. Where do you want to put a point?
I'm actually intrigued by the fact that almost all RPGs at strength and then intelligence, then it gets down to luck at the bottom. This one puts intelligence before everything else, which makes me think this is not going to be like standard RPG. But yeah, I'll just say intellect just to start with because that's the first one.
Intellect? Okay. So Gramex, the way we're going to do this is, we're just going to put points as people choose, and we're just going to go with the flow. Whether things work, whether they don't, who knows? All right. Well, Gramex, how about you? Where do you want me to put 1 point? You can choose. And while they're coming up with that, Hinton, Tongs, Saiku.
Yes.
Give me a... Okay, Gramex wants Saiku.
Physique.
Okay. Cool. Tongs and Saiku. And let's not forget about Chris. I see Chris in the chat. Intellect for Saiku. Cool. One for Physique. Okay. I am also going... Oh, we've got another Physique. Cool. How many points do we have left? Doesn't really... Where do,
at the top.
The dot. Okay, adjustabilities. Yeah. All right, I haven't chosen yet. Let's see. I might go... See, I don't know about sensors, how that will actually play. But let's go with...
It's interesting that Gramex suggests having like full strength but 0 agility or motorics.
Tongs has put a intellect there. Okay. I will put a psychic. We've got one more. Let's see. Anyone else come in here? Oh, we need Verdantree's vote. Where the bloody hell's Verdantree, Chris? You should give him a... Never really understood intellect. All right. Wow.
Okay, so it's got like raw intellect, brain power, and emotional intelligence separately.
So agility, I'm wondering whether agility will come into play. I know that when I was playing originally, agility wasn't a thing. Let me just quickly message him and see what's going on.
Well, it says your senses at first as well, and then it says how agile.
Your senses, how agile you are. Is that like Spidey sense?
I guess when it's full, that's the equivalent of Spidey sense or Jedi sense.
Steve, you're looking at VIP mod chat, right?
Not actually at mod, but I can go into it now.
Okay, well, you might as well because, yeah, Michael's coming in. He just messaged me. All right. There he is. All right, Michael, you get a point. Where's this point going? We've got one more place to go. No, all good, all good. This is going to be very interesting. It's weird because it kind of, so far, has ended up how Gramex wanted.
A little bit different.
Almost, yeah.
And if Verdantree hadn't come and I got the next fight, I would have actually contradicted.
Someone new is following you. Looks like I've got competition.
Thank you so much for the follow, Gramex. Good to have you in here. Can you metagame? I don't know what you mean, but just give me a point. No clues, no nothing. We just want to build our character and go into it. And then the Twitch integration should take care of like voting and things going forward. All right, let's see. Oh, okay. Cool.
That's
interesting. Well, that's
not actually what I was going to do. Like, because I was thinking, even though Gramex probably knows what he's doing, it still unnerves me to have a completely imbalanced thing. But that also might be the reason why I'm bad at RPGs, because I just go for everything too much. Jack of all trades, master of none. That's I always go with that character because I'm too worried about missing out on stuff.
Mm-hmm. Maybe there'll be like, I don't know if you guys remember, but well, the Americans definitely won't. Maybe you do, Steve. There was a TV commercial on in the early 90s, late 80s, where it was about underage drinking, and the entire ad was people walking across a log over water, and the kid that had too much vodka, he fell into the water, and it made him look like, like a fool, basically. It's like, don't be like this guy, whatever. Maybe there will be our log over water, but now that we've got an extra motor skill, we'll, All right, let's go. Okay, now we've got these things, whatever these are.
I guess
How does this work?
it's got the threes. It's got the scores that we put against the thing in general, but then I guess for each category. Oh, so yeah, the top you've got 4 points to spend, 3 points, 3 points to spend, 2 points to spend.
Exactly. So maybe we could do like one of each or double down on one kind of thing.
You do. It's basically 2 hands, but it looks like the face hugger. That keeps distracting me.
Inland Empire is the goat. Where's that? Well, that can be your choice. Let's see where it is. Is that something in here?
Those pictures are disturbing.
They are, yeah. So this is like, if I remember correctly, it's kind of like your inner voice.
Okay.
Let's have a look. Pain threshold.
2 down, 2 across.
So hang on. How does it work? How do we add 1 point?
Psyche 1.
This? Oh, I see what you're saying. Is it set signature? Is that what we're doing? Okay. Oh, you can only choose one.
Oh, so we're setting the signature
Right, okay.
to start with, I guess. Maybe we're still spending points, but it's still one that's designated a
Set signature. All right, so what do we want? What do we want to do here? There's no voting tab on at the moment. Probably not. Do we want Inland Empire or do we want Pain Threshold?
Did someone else say pain threshold? Yeah.
All right, well, let's have a quick look. We'll go through. Wield raw intellectual power, deduce the world. Call upon your knowledge, produce fascinating trivia. Ooh, that sounds like me. Practice the art of persuasion, enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. That sounds good too. Man, all of these are sounding really, really good. Play the actor, lie, detect lies. That sounds really good. Understand creativity, see art in the world. Visual calculus, reconstruct crime scenes, make laws of physics work for the law. Knowing what I know about the very start, this sounds like it could be a really good thing that I was never successfully able to do, which I'll mention later. Volition, hold yourself together, keep morale up. Inland Empire, hunches and gut feelings, dreams in waking life. That does sound pretty good. Empathy, understand others, work your mirror neurons. Authority, intimidate the public, assert yourself. Okay. Esprit de corps, connect Station 41, understand cop culture. Suggestion, charm men and women, play the puppet master. Endurance, take the blows, don't let the world kill you. Pain threshold, shrug off the pain, they'll have to hurt you more. Physical instrument, flex powerful muscles, enjoy healthy organs.
I read that wrong.
Okay. Electrochemistry. Go to Party Planet, love and be loved by drugs. Shivers, raise the hair on your neck, tune into the city. Half-light, let the body take control, threaten people. Hand-eye coordination, ready, aim, fire. Perception, see, hear, and smell everything, let no detail go unnoticed. Reaction speed, the quickest to react, an untouchable man. Savoir-faire, sneak under the noses, stun with immense panache. Interfacing, master machines, pick locks and pockets. Oof, that sounds good too. Composure, straighten your back, keep your poker face. All right, they all sound pretty good. Yeah, the Mind Palace, huh? Steve, you're not going to like this, but you're going to choose. What do you think?
Come on. I have absolutely... I was just thinking, I was just going to make the comment that with all the like chat from people who've played it and all that flavor text, I have no fucking idea what any of this means. Like, usually you can get a grasp of RPGs, and I am completely clueless.
So just think of this like Fallout perks, basically. I think as we select one, see how it adds like motoric space +2.
Yeah, because that one has +1 for the for being a signature skill.
Right.
The
Yeah.
Panther Shoulder.
If
That's already got a +1.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter if you don't know what anything does, Steve. That's kind of the fun of it, right? We just go with what sounds like a cool idea, and then we'll just wing it.
If it does have extra content, then maybe Inland Empire.
Okay. Let's do it. Totally cool with that. Now, guys, what do these pluses here mean?
If we confirm, then I'm assuming we can then start spending them.
Okay, let's try. No.
Okay, did I just fuck everything up?
I don't know. Plus means positive? Okay. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address, even the clearest water.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Okay, I've turned the game up.
This is healthy bushwater, mate.
Drop it. What are these things on the side here?
No, I thought that would look like the Twitch thing, but it's not.
Ever.
Oh, Danny Dyer emote. Love it, love it.
Never, ever.
Okay, now here's the perfect thing. We're starting from scratch. Do you guys see the Twitch integration now? Because I read that basically you want to give a little bit of extra time for people to vote.
I see it. Hang on. Wait. It's something else.
Worst case scenario, if it doesn't work tonight, I'll figure it out before next stream, but... It says overlay 1, so it should be probably top right-hand corner. Actually, let me bring it up. Here it is here. I can set it to something else. Activated. Set as overlay 1. It's on the stream, then yes? Okay, good. Try to click bubbles on the right. These things. What is that red thing? It flashed red for a second.
Okay, yeah, there's a Disco Elysium companion. You have to add it to your channel.
Yep.
Or build an extension. I have no... I'm now confused on how you'd actually do it, but...
I don't know what these things are. See, it flashes red after a bit of time. Oh, the more I click it, the redder it goes. Does this one do the same thing? Oh, okay, you refreshed it and now you can vote on stuff we already did. Okay, interesting. Let's just click...
Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
Okay. Got it? Okay, let's see how this works. What do I expect to see?
I just realized he sounds like a character from The Mighty Boosh.
Yeah, it does, yeah. Witcher coming at you. Oh, no, Hitcher coming at you.
Oh, Jesus, my hat's on fire. Why won't you tell me that?
Spirit of jazz. All right, so I want to know what you guys see so I can get an understanding of how this works. So you've got a little book on the left. Now, do you get to choose like 1, 2, or 3? You can add one attribute, but you have to extract one too.
Oh,
Interesting.
there is a book. And
Okay, so what if you power through that old stuff? Nothing happens. Oh, maybe once the game starts, it'll work. I guess it's waiting for me to do something. Okay, cool. Let's see.
You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing. I know you do, baby.
Guy, we can vote for dialogue.
What's up?
Yeah, vote for dialogue has come up.
It does now? Okay, cool. Well, there's only one option.
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
All right, what about this? Do you see anything? That's really cool that you can see the quest journal and stats. That's great. I'm going to choose, I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give it to me.
Do you really?
Don't be naive. Of course not. I want to sail the inky blackness until forever ends.
Alright. Nothing town to fuck all borough.
Fuck all borough. You can vote on the answer when you click the top bubble to the right. Okay. Alright, let's see. Verdant Tree's figured it out. Took me a while to figure it out. You need to add the extension to your channel. That will give you the token, which you can then add to the game client. Then you click the speech bubble on the right and give chat a chance to vote. However, the timer is a little short, so best give them a minute. Yeah, I think I saw what you were saying. Does it matter if this is red? Because it's not actually showing me, when I click on it, it's not doing anything.
Great choice, Elder One. It has always been like this, and it always will.
Don't stop. Keep singing. Sing me the song of death.
The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meet around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
I reckon that his voice, that's his normal voice, or is he putting it on? Because that would hurt.
Yeah, he's putting
He's
it
got
on.
lots of dialogue, and that's gonna hurt after just like a few hours.
He's going to need a pack of soothers for sure.
Yeah. Just drinking, what is it, lemon tea between takes and...
Alright, so I've been clicking this red thing. Can you guys do anything? Honey and lemon.
Oh yes, I've got the vote for dialogue.
Okay. Do it, Steve. Stream a few times
I
a week.
clicked one of them,
Gramex?
and I clicked one of them and it turned red.
Okay. I wish I knew what this symbol means as well. Yeah, we usually do Saturday morning streams. We do Thursday night streams and sometimes on Wednesdays as well. Stop. I don't want to hear anything about this sensation. Take me back to the formless, disembodied nothing.
The stench of liquor
Renegade's my vote.
your mouth.
I didn't even see your
With
vote.
it, an ungodly headache.
You voted for dialogue? The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. Okay. Who am I? What sort of creature does this to their own mouth?
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
If I had the various parts of my psyche talking to me as I'm coming out of as part of a hangover, I would never drink again.
Yeah.
Somehow, you know what it is. A caprice can name a motor carriage.
Open your eyes. All right, here goes. We're in.
It's like I was presenting to someone.
Almost looks like he's naked.
Yeah, I thought he was at the start.
Okay. Wish I knew what... Okay, that's highlight.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
All right, so maybe this changes color depending on whether people have voted or something. Like if everyone votes. Oh, you reckon it's broken? Okay, we could try
Yes, I've clicked one.
Oh, hang on. What was that? You have clicked... Yeah, it doesn't tell me which one is selected. 42% chance of getting the necktie. So in my first game when I played this, I don't remember, I think my psyche only had 1 pip or something, my morale. And so when I pulled the light bulb on, it turned on and the brightness killed me. Okay, no worries. Well, what I'll do quickly is we'll make a choice. I'll save it, back out, jump back in and see if that fixes it. I'm going to try.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning. The necktie is no longer contained.
Hell yeah, we did it.
What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. If it's your friend, why was it up there? Who ties their friend to a ceiling fan? Maybe this thing is dangerous somehow. An ominous, foreboding feeling fills you as you look at the tie. The blades come squeaking to a halt. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
That's a little bit of hyperbole.
Bring it on.
Your eyes burn with photosensitivity. It's not good.
All right. So we took the damage, but that's okay. I'm going to save the game. Then we'll go to the main menu. Options. Quickly check that it is established. Cool. Continue game. Hinton. All right. Magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red. It's empty.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Looks like someone has torn out the tape while the song was playing. Aluminium. This is a real
Which one did he say? I didn't notice that. She must have said aluminium because I didn't notice any weirdness.
Yeah, it's also British, so...
Oh yeah, it is too. I could tell.
Or a British
that
voice,
narrator's
at
definitely
least.
British. Yeah, that narrator's definitely British at least. It's like, call blimey, governor. The photons. If you can feel the photons burning my brain. You fucking mug.
That's Vinnie Jones, basically. Artie Fine's in the house. How you doing, bud? Hope things are well. You see bottles in the bathtub. Wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. All right, this was a funny one. I remember that if you failed the check, you couldn't see what you looked like.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot
Wasn't
water
necessarily
sprays
masculine.
from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Do you guys see anything? Like dialogues here?
I just had a thought. I know it's going to get to like standard RPG.
Mm.
I can see the options. Okay, I voted one at least. I have this sudden feeling, what if it's like, was it the game Bureaucracy? Where the whole game centers around a single day where you're doing one bureaucratic activity.
Okay.
Like that one's, it's a text adventure done by Douglas Adams, but it's, the whole game is you're just trying to change your postal address. And yeah, it's just a very benign, that's like part of the joke. I just suddenly realized with all the thing of like seeing yourself in the mirror, grabbing a tie, what if the whole game is something like that?
Mm-hmm. Swings that theory. How you doing? Welcome in. It is our first time going through. We're just sort of trying to figure out the extension. I'm thinking maybe Verdantry is right. We'll quickly reboot the game in a moment. Yeah, I think you can vote, but I can't actually see your votes. Oh,
Yeah,
there
it's
you
that
go.
one.
Turn it off and reconnect. No, it's not too
I
much
haven't
work.
played it. I was always
Sorry,
intrigued
Steve.
by
One
playing
second.
it though.
If we can get that working in the first stream, then we're set going forward. So we'll do that. Yeah, go on. Sorry, Steve.
No, sorry. I was just saying that I don't think I played Bureaucracy, but I've always been intrigued by playing it.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror.
I haven't played it at all, so I'm completely lost at the moment.
You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
I don't care. I hurt myself. It's what I do. Let's wipe the mirror.
Behold,
What a handsome, handsome man.
you have no idea who this thing is, do you?
It's like me every morning.
Of course I do. It's some kind of superstar. I think I'm a superstar.
It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I'm not making it. The face is making it itself.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
No, this is what superstars do. Keep making the face.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off.
Yeah, Artie, fine. Same. It's good that we can all experience it together. Once we figure out the voting, then the world is our oyster. Which I'll do a reboot in one moment.
What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Belgian Korean, nice combo. You've done a uni project on the Starship Titanic and TDV DNA projects before. Nice. Well, welcome in. Let's see.
Please promise yourself you are not going to try it on any of the ladies, whatever happens. You liar. You
Yay!
can't even tell the truth to yourself.
Oof.
Go ahead. Try something.
Which one, Steve? Are we going to go the low 28 or are we going to try and get the 3?
That's weird because it says formidable impossible. It looks like the electrochemistry is the more likely one.
Shall we do it?
I guess high percentage, I guess.
High percentage? All right, we'll do this one then.
I'm getting mixed up the other way
Like
the UI
the rest
is.
of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past.
Or we can try
That's
both.
all you know for now. It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
So Steve's little avatar
I'm just a talking avatar, yeah.
is over there.
Which is apparently a character in the game. To me, it looks like Edward Norton working on like a chain gang cleaning up one of the highways.
All right, cool. Let's save it. And we're going to try and disable the thing first before we do a full quit. I think I still have it in the clipboard. Should be good. Okay, connection is reestablished. All right.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Yeah, I am Jack's raging bile.
Oh, we've got a shoe.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Okay. Now, what do you guys see for the voting? Hopefully that's fixed it. If it's not, I'll do a full reboot of the game. No worries. Do you think you might need to refresh the browser now that it's reconnected?
I still have the old. I'll try now.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
I still have the old dialogue options, except I've got an ad.
You got an ad? Okay. No worries. We can gas bag for a sec. Let's have a look back through the chat. Just saw the Limmy teeth emote. That's great. You got an ad as well? No worries. That's fine. So yeah, earlier today we did a stream of, or I did a stream of Wing Commander 3. That's shaping up to be really enjoyable. The control issue I was experiencing, where basically what was happening is the ship would either control itself for a little bit, or when I would hit down to go up, it wouldn't work. You could see the character pulling the joystick back, but the ship wouldn't go up. It's a known thing with the GOG version, so I think we'll just have to deal with it.
I've still got the wipe in the mirror dialogue options.
Wipe in the mirror? Okay.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force.
Right.
Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room. A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
5 XP. Sweet. Alright. We're going to do one final change. I'm going to save it. I'm going to quit it. I'm going to relaunch it. I did find that icon was going red the more I clicked it, so maybe I clicked it out of existence. I haven't played any of Tears of the Kingdom yet. I do plan to. Quickly have to check back to see if the integration needs... Yeah, Lisa's still playing it. She hasn't played it in a little bit though. Mainly because we just came back from holiday. But yeah, she's enjoying it. I don't think she's hit a blood moon yet, which she's going to be real disappointed when that happens. You know what? How about if I do this? Just thought of a different idea. I can request a new token. Okay, connection is established. Hopefully this works. She likes exploring and stuff, but I think what really gets her goat is like the blood moon is definitely something she'll clear out a base or just about to finish a base. The blood moon will appear and all of a sudden it resets. She doesn't like that. She doesn't like when it rains as well, when she's climbing things and then starts sliding down.
Oh, that's... Well, I don't know about Tears of the Kingdom, but Breath of the Wild, that was one of the two big frustration points for me.
Gramex, I'll do that in 1 second. I think we might be... I don't want to say we're okay yet. The icon isn't there, but we'll go get our shoe. What the shoe? Yeah, the shoe's over here, right? We'll grab this. Oh, I remember this song.
There they both are. Two identical shoes.
It's not red.
Both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet. Like two baby crocodiles.
All right, try this. Yeah, it's white. Let me know how you guys go.
Can you stream it to me internally again?
Oh, shit, yeah. Sorry. I gotta give Steve
It's 21U because we're in Australia. We have sort of bad lag usually, so I get a direct stream so that it's up to date with me at least.
Okay, I clicked it and it flashed red once. So that should give you the option. Hopefully this works. That'll be awesome. Okay, Psycho voted. What I could do next time is maybe look up someone that's played a little bit of it and see how it's worked for them. There's no real instructions on what to do.
Yeah, go to one of the go to the category and have a look at a random streamer.
You voted too? Okay. Steve, have you voted?
Mine's completely walked. Was still dismissed. Oh no, hang on. You have technically voted.
Okay. Absolutely, Swings. Is there something... I should get instant percentage of voting. So what, it'll appear next to it? Is that the way it works? Oh, okay. So it's still not working. All right, we'll just maybe Steve, what we'll do is we'll take it in turns in choosing what we want to say, and then we'll fix it next stream.
Yep.
All right, what do you want to say here?
As a me,
Yep.
problem with it being red is I can barely read it, but I was going to say something rather than discard thought.
Okay. We'll do
To the
that
top one.
Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Okay. No, Steve's not colorblind.
But red against black was hard to read.
The year is 51.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
No.
All right, Steve.
Then why'd you call me officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir. I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Try the expression on her. Hang on, why is it cut off there? How am I... Oh, there we go. 17% probably wouldn't go well. Who in the right mind would let me be an officer of the law?
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
Wait, so is it my turn?
Yep.
Full expression.
Okay, here we go.
Try the expression. Come on. Why are you still doing this?
We got it.
We are going to have her in our room in no time.
Alcohol raises testosterone levels, especially in men. The levels remain elevated after inebriation.
Steve,
and
once again,
pain
lives up to his name as the filth bag pirate.
comfort. It's only natural.
She puts out her cigarette. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Hello, it's Ginger Lynn all over again.
And now, it never stops. Goodbye.
All right. Looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking.
You should pick that fat,
One of those
juicy
filth bags.
cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
Steve, what do you want to do?
Am I slow? The first thing I would have put is, am I a smoker?
All right.
Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub. still smoldering deliciously.
But you broke it at the filter. I can't smoke that.
How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
Hey, calm the fuck down, electrochemistry. Jesus.
The idea seems to make your neck expand. Suddenly, the garish tie feels very snug.
I love that the tie has a voice actor. That's so good. So for the
The
context,
question is, do we like it or not?
do we like the necktie or the cigarette?
The tie becoming more snug around our neck.
So for context, in case you've missed it, options that require a roll in white can be attempted again if you meet the requirement. Red rolls are single attempt. Yeah, I think I remember, Verdant Tree, when you fail the single attempt, you can try again once you level up. Something like that. When you level up the whatever it needed to win, I think.
Like a cat rubbing itself against its owner's calves. A cat that wants you to smoke a lot.
What are we doing, Steve?
I should not do that. If this guy can't remember smoking, then it's a good chance to cut clean.
I should not do that? Is that what you mean?
Oh, that's fucking hell. I didn't
Double
realize it was
negative.
Yeah, that means they're all positive, other than the fifth one, which is neutral.
What are you choosing?
Why is priority 1 capitalized? I don't get what it's referencing. I'll think about it. That's the most.
Good. Thinking about yummy cigarettes in your mouth is the next best
Jesus
thing.
Christ.
Make sure you think about juicy sticks of tobacco all the time, though. It doesn't count if it's not all the time.
That's addiction.
And when you're done thinking about them, graduate to getting them. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
Oh, task is actually to find smokes.
Find smokes and smoke them. Yeah, it is. Maybe what we'll do, Steve, so it's quicker, is each conversation we'll take in turns. So like when we get to a new person, either you or me, whoever's turn it is, will speak to them fully.
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on, somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
Beauty, don't abandon me in all this ugliness.
The door does not care.
The door probably thinks you're a has-been loser too. You feel your funny necktie becoming tighter and tighter around your neck.
Still no answer.
Knock again much harder.
Still nothing.
Oh, do we try the handle? What do you think, guys? This is Final Cut. Exactly, yep. I think all versions of Final Cut now. I actually bought it the other day, so let's try it.
This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside.
Okay, let's leave before we get labeled as a creep.
Yeah, sounds a bit rapey.
It's the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper, Trompe le Monde. It does have a bit of Stanley Parable vibes, for sure. Oh, there's you, Steve.
Is it?
Yep. I think I remember a funny karaoke scene.
This reminds me of this guy. I guess the floor and the setting and the way it's like 2D but 3D.
Speakers connected to the radio.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul is immense.
utterly, and it needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people.
This goes well with the theory that I'm developing, that I'm a down on my luck superstar person.
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works.
What should I sing when it comes to it?
You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry.
Lamentation sounds good. They'll really get a gauge of my soul with that.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though.
Hell yeah. Now we've got a quest to sing karaoke. This feels right, you belong here. Alright, you're up, Steve. Talk to this guy.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he is purposely ignoring you. Looks like he's not a fan.
Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Where did Sylvie go?
She just, you know.
His eyes dart from left to right. This man isn't lying, but he is hiding something.
She just what?
So now you're a cop. Oh, forget it.
I sense you're not a fan of mine.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
You're being sarcastic?
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
Oh my god, did I do all those things?
No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here.
What have I been doing then? Have you seen me around?
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One
We
of
are,
its
Ozzy.
wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is the Great Skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
That's the Great Skua, right?
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
There's just 2 really good options.
Yeah.
What do you mean, my buddy? We still need information, so as much as I
He
want the second
pretends
one.
not to hear you, concentrating on the bird
Ah,
instead.
damn it.
That's okay. The menu has been wiped clean. Only the word Monday is written on it. Ooh. What is this? We need health. Might as well use it now. There we go. Done. The water cooler, large bubble is rising to the surface. Soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. The door is bolted. A sign reads, "Kitchen reserved for personnel until 1 p.m." The sign reads...
See you in the Northern Territory.
A sign reads... Hang on, oh, I missed what it said. This Royal Pinball machine is unplugged.
The other one is see you next Tuesday.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Okay. Before we do that, let's talk to the old mate over here. Oh, what's this? A bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. Man is sleeping on the table, wearing mud-caked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads, "Wild Pines," encircled by a logo with a tree.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Pick up... What is that? 28. Now, when you said before, Verdant Tree, when they're white, you can do it again. Which part is white? Like this white selection here? Is that what you mean? Or is the text... I'm going to pick up the pills to start off with. Okay.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Interesting. Thanks, tutorial agent.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
Okay. He's a sleepy boy.
The worker is in a deep slumber. Perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from, into the primordial darkness.
Okay, so that's there. Put a skill point into physical to try it again. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Summer door closed for the winter. All right, let's talk to Steve. Oh, what was this blue thing? Saw it. Here we go. A woman's hand note written from yesterday. Today's menu starts in man's handwriting. Okay.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
I'm gonna shake his hand.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Uh-oh.
This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
Okay. We got 72%. That's not too bad.
So he has completed memory loss because he can't remember his name.
Yeah, he's drank
If this
too much.
guy's waiting for us, surely he knows our name.
He's not our partner until now. So he's sort of meeting us for the first time.
Yeah, but did he get, when he got his orders, did they say, you've got to go down and meet a detective, we're not going to tell you his name, we're just going to tell you to meet the detective. I guess I don't know if he's a detective, but yeah, it's a little bit weird.
Come on.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
You mean him?
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware I'm a policeman.
Right. And the interviews?
I haven't.
Okay. We'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
Okay.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no
Yeah, we got
longer
it.
be in the tree.
He got it from his tone of his voice. But thanks, empathy.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
That'd be a good question. Because I'm
I was
wondering
sent to
that
meet a
myself.
detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is he's not from the rat squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
No need for derogatory terms. They're only doing their job.
I like that. That's something that's in fiction a lot. Is the antagonism between like real cops and internal affairs.
Mm.
When like most things that I know of like personal experience, they're just internal affairs are just cops themselves. Like, I don't know. It's just a kind of a weird thing you only see in fiction, and there isn't that divide in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West.
Mm.
I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
But shouldn't I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
It wasn't with me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
Let's roll.
After you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Thanks, tutorial agent. All right, let's talk to... This is... actually, let's talk to your mate over here, Steve.
Thanks, we don't want
The man
him to
with the
be more
unimpressive
disappointed in
beard
us.
notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name, Steve.
What is gold and orange? I love that.
Are you kidding me?
No, man, help me out.
It's you. It's obviously you. You smell like liquor. And you're orange.
See? Everyone agrees it's your color scheme. We're on the right track with this name thing.
Is this what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Looks behind the pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to you.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes?
He said many, but earlier he said 3. So he's like talking up how good he is.
Yeah.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Okay, Steve.
It's almost like Kim's a real cop.
Yeah.
It's almost like, yeah, it's almost like remember like when you're in a bar and there's a really crappy bartender and whatever reason one of them helps out and you just need to mix a drink in like a few seconds that was making the other one a few minutes. And things are making up and then suddenly they're resolved. Like it reminds me of that where every time he steps in it's like, oh thank God. Okay. I'd say no, I'm good. Pass on the questions.
Really?
Because our character's not up for fucking questioning.
The body was behind the building, right? How do we get there?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there?
See that door there? Go out and turn right. There's a big hole in the fence. No need for a key. Just go through that hole and you'll be in the courtyard.
Let's go.
Ooh, 30 experience
Not
points.
so fast. You owe me 130 real.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But...
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
28%? What is real? I don't know you shit. What do you feel, Steve?
So I just don't want to do the risky thing. I don't want to do it in front of Kim. Like, we're trying to be like a proper cop in front of him. It would be weird for us to just suddenly skulk away. I don't know your shit, I guess.
Oh, you don't owe me shit. Well, officer, you're right. You don't owe me shit. You owe me money.
He's one of those
We do not
literal
need
people.
to assert ourselves here. We only need instructions from him. This is the proprietor, remember?
Jesus, the first option's really escalating.
Yeah, I don't want to choose that one, even though it's not my choice.
Yeah, number 3.
Number 3?
You know, I get this all the time.
Let's try to
Some hobo
de-escalate.
comes in here or some backpacking arsehole off the boat. The next day, when they can't make their fees, they get aggressive. I just never thought I'd be in this shit with a cop. Please, just give me the money.
Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him!
What the... The third option made me laugh. Second option, I guess.
Okay.
What do I... Because we still don't know what that's for.
3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
We've run out of good options, so maybe 3.
Okay.
What are you, brain damaged?
Actually, I might be.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
Did the lady on the balcony enunciate what you'd done last week? No, she didn't really say anything other than we had said we were a cop. Right, Steve?
Showing the coins we've found. Number 3.
Yes, it is.
Guess count them.
No, you see, that's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than the real. I'm not even going to take this. Come back when you have 130 real.
That's horrible.
It is.
Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have.
Keep it to ourselves.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber. That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
What happens now?
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm sorry I couldn't help more. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car, okay? We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
I have no idea.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Up on Marvel Hill.
Why did you say that?
These are just synapses firing. It doesn't mean anything.
You don't really know, do you?
I only have a vague blackened image.
A vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Could I trace my way back somehow to the exact street, the exact number on the building?
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
I wonder if this thing here means anything with this. Does that do anything, guys, when I click this little icon? Let's also have a look in here. Okay. Sing karaoke. Get hold of a sad song on tape. Important badges missing. Victim's body. Who made the call? Pay for damages. Okay. Oh, internalize. Okay. What's this do? Oh, this is kind of like in, have you ever played Dredge, where you read the books while you're doing stuff?
No.
That's cool.
A few games have that. Well, Kingdom Come itself has that, I think.
Oh yeah, so you activate something and then after a bit of time it happens.
Yeah, I know there's another game. Maybe Mountain Blade? Because what I know that's been in games before that.
Hello, sweetie.
Elderly woman turns to me with a smile.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Does that mean you like me?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your
So we got a
chin.
second option if we can't get with the girl upstairs.
But dear, you're not for me.
Oh.
I'm too old and too married besides. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
What?
How'd you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchaired partner fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Kim, of course, I forgot I had you.
Yes, and it seems to me that you do well to stick close to him. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law, someone you can lean on, and sweetie, you are looking unsteady.
Would you guys love to see a TV series or a movie of this game, but with like, I guess Nick Offerman would play the main character and... trying to think who would play Kim. Oh, you know who it has to be? Vagabond from Wing Commander 3.
And even if you weren't there, I don't think you'd have much use for me.
I gotta forget his name. Harold the Kumar and Star Trek. Is it Harry Cho? No.
Don't remember. Why, 3 heads are better than 2?
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down.
Whoa. Swings? You work in FMV? That sounds amazing.
Perhaps another time.
Sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money?
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
What is a paycheck? I haven't seen any paychecks.
You must be joking. Although our pay does sometimes feel like a joke.
It's not easy to assert your right to a decent living wage when you don't have a strong union behind you. Maybe you should talk to Everard, the union leader.
Are we all under the exact same opinion that Nick Offerman has to play the main dude, though?
I know he is. I said John Cho, not necessarily that it's a match, but I'd pick him over he's my go-to pick for most things. Who was it?
Who's what?
I'll look up who that is.
You don't know who Nick Offerman is?
I'm really bad at following
Okay, we'll just Google Nick Offerman.
actors. Yeah, that's what I was doing.
That or even maybe, what's the dude from Stranger Things? The, oh, what's his name? Mental blank.
I haven't got a feel of what our character's supposed to be, other than he's drunk, like he's just gotten shit-faced the night before, and can barely remember anything, and generally incompetent. Apart from that, I don't have like a handle of what he should look like or be like.
I think, though, that's kind of good, because if you and I are playing our character to however we feel, it kind of adds more scatterbrained kind of, you know.
Yeah.
Interesting idea. This Everard sounds powerful. Maybe you can wrangle some coins out of his pocket.
Okay, I'm going to try this 42%. Here we go.
Try to force a tear out of your duct. Really rip into the whole emotional aggression thing.
Oh God, I'm going to die on the street, aren't I?
Officer, get a hold of yourself, please.
Okay, that's how morale works.
Sweetie, I'm sorry, but I think you need more help than I can give you.
Okay then. Let's change the subject.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry I don't have money for you. If there's anything else I can do for you, just ask.
I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know where I am, or what I'm doing, or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
I drank so hard, I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
I don't really know. Some seedy hotel?
A seaside hostel called the Whirling in Rags, to be precise. And the Whirling itself is in Revachol.
Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place is this?
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is. Yes?
I think it's the spring of 51. I think they mentioned 51 upstairs earlier.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Hell yeah.
And she just answer just a completely benign question and someone gives you like a pen as a reward.
David Harbour, that's the one, Swings. Absolutely. Yep. But Nick Offerman would be my first choice. I reckon he could rock a snorkel moustache like no one's business.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Oh, okay. Let's see. Some kind of democracy? No, it kind of feels maybe tyrannical or something. I like to think it's a dictatorship. Yeah. Our leaders are fierce warriors? No. We're a government of intelligent machines? No. Ready to use control people? I'm going to say this. Oh, I don't know about that,
I
actually.
guess that's supposed to be like a 1984 thing. The second one.
Yeah. I'm going to say this one, even though, I don't know.
Oh, sweetie. It's really not. There used to be people who thought that way. Other people who wanted those things, but they all went extinct.
Oh, wow.
Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly no dictatorship of the proletariat.
I don't think there was any actual option to select that, so I'm okay with that choice.
But they still have cops.
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
You didn't do too well, dear.
Whoops.
You really only knew what year it is. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Reality, in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much. A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
I know the actor for the main guy that I would choose. Christopher Meloni. The main guy in Happy, and he was in Red Hot American Summer.
Yeah, he's a good actor. Physically, I don't see the resemblance, but in Happy, he's kind of like that's kind of the same gist.
Probably partly because of Happy, he can do the just completely rock bottom, but still funny and really good. But does the rock bottom thing perfect.
Of course, sweetie. I really don't know how to explain it better. Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
Lieutenant.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Brutal.
Of course. Then I don't know.
Get a reality
Someone
lowdown.
rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
You seem to be in a chair.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height or a grenade explosion.
I mean, they're the child's reasons for it.
I'm sorry, it was rude of me to mention the wheelchair. Let's move on.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway. Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, and I'll put you on the BRB screen. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, so from the chat, I assume we've locked ourselves in a path. Well, not necessarily locked, but just that minor conversation. We've sort of moved down a certain path.
That's going to be a clip right there. That's perfect. That's pristine. So, picture this, if you will. Sherry Birkin started as a little girl in Resident Evil 2, grew up a wee bit, and some form of child
It's like drugs raise learning caps, but they're bad, quote unquote, for your health. It's a weird piece of text.
Run by Ada.
Seems so.
I don't know what's going on there, but it basically we went from like snow-covered mountains and ice caves to fighting the Yakuza. And last time you saw our wonderful hero and heroine, we were running from a tank on a motorcycle. So we've been places, literally.
We definitely have. And
Trying to go around a conversation. I played a game called Road to Yuma recently. That was one that was on my backlog for a while, or purchased and on my to-play list. It's just a standard action game, but it's actually kind of really pretty.
Are you kidding me? That's just a knock. That's a standard ass knock.
Oh, what's the divide, or what's the difference? I thought it'd be roughly the same.
Fatality.
We did it, folks. We did it. I think we got it. And I'm back.
Okay, yeah.
Hope you guys had a good time. All right, time to check out this body, hey? We'll go up there in a second. Some items to collect. A heap of snow melts in the wheelbarrow. The street sign says, "Fuck the police." Pigs go home. The street name is illegible. Goods from a lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. That's British as hell, isn't it? A lorry?
Yeah.
Oh, you thief, Verdantry. Closed for
That's what
winter.
makes me-
Please use the main entrance.
So I guess the devs are in Estonia, but I think most of the voice and writing talent must be from Britain. Oh, that'd be localization, not necessarily the original writing talent. But yeah, so English localization, I reckon it's definitely in English.
There are bottles inside. You could pick them up if you had a bag.
This Postlovantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Good mail delivery box. Pat the box.
What does Kim think of this?
The box seems happy.
Box seems happy.
Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
Okay, I agree with one of those sentences.
Been there, mailbox. Been there.
The mail collection box seems cathartic.
Yes.
Even.
Got a morale back.
You shudder. Then you swallow.
Some great tectonic forces cracked the pavement like an eggshell. Before we go see the body, I know that there is a like a garbage bag, plastic bag we can collect. There it is. Okay, we'll get that in a second. This coin operating viewer has been banged up. It's inoperable. The ad reads, broken window. Tibbs has windows.
Better mouth your watch around me, boy.
Ooh. Hell yeah, we've got it. Now we can start collecting some cans and stuff. A splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. You hear distant squall of seabirds.
The collecting cans things reminds me, do you remember that documentary they used to show us in primary school? Or maybe it was just me. I remember seeing it multiple times. About the 2 guys that travelled across Australia and they had no money, so they had a little, basically a bike with an engine, like a, I think it was a lawnmower engine attached to it, to ride along, and to have enough food and fuel, they collected empty bottle cans and recycled them for like 5 cents each, and they collected enough to like get enough food and fuel to make it across Australia.
Not at all. I don't remember. Yeah. Okay, now we can collect things.
It's something I remember because I just remember it being so prevalent, and then realised that I assumed it was more universal across Australia for children, but most people can't remember it or never saw it.
On the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Okay. Okay, so we couldn't pick up the bottles before because we didn't have the bag. Now we can. Okay, that's cool.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Poor little viewer.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Look inside.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards. That's Kuno on the lens. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast, studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts. Lanky, weather-worn wooden planks. An X-shaped cross
Love that
topping
lake.
its tower. You know this to be the star of Pericarnassus, or the Cairo. The central symbol of the Pericarnassian church. A star. A great moral height to be strived towards. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows.
Oh, there's heaps of cans here.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary. Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
There was a revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick. They got as far as the street lamps and the statue on that intersection. Then something went sour. I suspect that something was Everard Clare, the union leader. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here.
Can we do something about it?
We should have done something about the union 10 years ago. That ship has sailed, officer.
All right, let's go see the body. I remember there's a crass little boy coming up. Oh, hang on. There's a can here. Damage looks like it's been caused by an earthquake. Maybe a sea monster did it to the plaza. Alright, here we go. You're up for this conversation, Steve?
Okay.
Kuno's got this.
Oh, it's him. The little shit. We should arrest him.
Why is that?
He's the little prick that put graffiti on that little
The poor little mailbox.
viewing thing.
Oh, right. Yeah.
No, the viewing thing.
Boy's throwing rocks at the dead body. Can't be older than 12.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno.
Steve?
Yeah, I was reading him. Hey kid, a word, police business.
Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
The children ignore you.
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely.
Well, we're
His
gonna definitely
eyes are
arrest
like
him
two
now.
black holes, and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Stop throwing rocks on my crime scene.
Fuck that. Kuno, yeah, right in the mouth hole. Shits himself. The rake, Kuno.
So I guess they realized they need to censor a certain word, and it was much after they did the voice work.
Don't know.
Because otherwise that's really awkward censorship.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Kuno's a dickhead.
Kim, what should we do? Please tell us to arrest him.
Shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What forces?
You will see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
Look, I have questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
Irregular speech patterns, overconfidence. Could this kid be on drugs? This warrants further investigation into this Kuno.
The body, what do you know about it?
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
Whisper to Kim.
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
The usual being, have you seen anything out of the ordinary? Or have you seen anything suspicious?
Okay, have you seen anyone suspicious around?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
Looks like you're a fagari now, whatever that means. The suspicious question doesn't really work in antagonistic situations.
Do you know who he was?
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
So you don't know anything?
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popo phone.
Popo phone, love that.
Do you know how you got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see it happening?
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Oh, okay. Where did you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking...
Looks around trying to come up with something.
Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science
In
fiction
Cyberpunk.
novel.
It's a fictional city name.
Why you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You haven't been where Kuno's been. You haven't been in Kuno's head. You wanna know where Kuno was? You wanna know what Kuno's been fucking up to?
Don't tell him that, Kuno! It's lame!
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno's City. Night City. Rage City. The City of Rage. That's it. And it's not lame.
Yeah, they did nick it.
Lame!
That's the name of Kuno City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that.
It's impossible to deduce what it is about, at least for the moment. If it's important, it'll come up later. Focus on the case.
Thanks, Logic.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost,
Who's Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Interesting, you prefer the first option.
Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that book shit at Kuno. Kuno knows you're lying. Trying to get Kuno hooked on the book.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
He's got the Kuno.
Let's still take that little shit safe from that. To answer the questions.
Help! He's digging his dick out!
Jesus.
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
Full blast.
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense.
Typical Steve.
There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason.
28%'s not good, but otherwise, I reckon the physical would have been good.
We can still try it.
Yeah, try it.
Come on. That's...
You didn't shut him down. Your fat fist didn't meet its target. Instead, it pulled you down with it.
Ouch, my arm.
Kuno can't believe this shit! Can no one stop the Kuno? Pig, Kuno thought you had this. What happened? Kuno can't do anything now.
Fucked your shoulder, fucked your
Oh,
knee,
morale
fucked
as
your
well.
body up.
Which one?
I was still reading what he was. Kim, help me out.
No.
5. Yeah, laugh it up. Let's just get back to it.
Oh, that would have been great if it worked. I wonder if you can throttle him.
Mm.
Kuno beat the shit out of the popo. Beat your fucking knee off.
I told you not to tempt such forces.
He knows in his voice direct at you.
Now, how about we go and do something worth the public's time?
Brutal. Smells like spoiled meat and a curdled dairy. Human being decomposes. What? You talk to the mud?
There are several footprints.
Oh, perception.
Left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
That's not too bad. Let's try it.
Maybe more than 12.
Yes.
No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 46. 2. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 43. 4. Standard work boot. Number 45 or 46?
Wait, which is it?
You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them.
Count more.
5. Another standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44. 6. An aberration. Light as air. Even pace. Same make of boot, but number 41. Impossible to tell.
Male or female?
Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped.
Ooh, like these two shits here?
Mm.
You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms.
Either it's a big dude or it was the dude carrying this guy.
8.
Yeah.
And yet another standard work.
Or like some sort of cargo thing, piece of equipment.
There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many?
400 million.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? 200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Yeah, that's true. I've never seen a 200 kilo person before. I don't think.
I still think that, though, it could easily be a piece of equipment or, like, the deduction that it's another person.
Well, that's how he got hung, right? Or hanged, sorry.
Yeah,
like they would have carted him over
like carried him to it. I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless he was to hang someone, usually they'd be alive.
Possibly.
But you don't know if he's alive or not.
Yeah.
But I would have thought he'd be walked to it, maybe the light step, because he's being held. And then you hang him at the tree.
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Ooh, could be one or two. Suppose we don't know his... I'm going to say the first one.
You have a point there. Anyway, it's something to consider. What else can you see?
Light step.
A woman or a kid? Okay.
And it could just be a light man.
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
Understood. Anything else? Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul.
Does that mean someone with a limp?
Yeah.
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal?
That too.
Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer? No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer.
Yeah, I would have gone with the first one, which is that stupid.
A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to hear you, looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy.
It's interesting because the other two not playthroughs, the other two attempts at playing this game, I never got this information. I'm not sure whether it was stats that couldn't determine this sort of information or not. So this is, it's cool.
The lieutenant's eyes narrow.
Because I guess most of it was reliant on us having good perception.
Either way. What else?
This kid's ladder is rickety but still climbable. Oh no. Ladders for kids. I wouldn't hold a weight of a grown man. Okay.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth.
Gross. Yeah, it's right click, Michael.
You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
That's a white one. We should probably attempt... Michael, do you know that if... Do white ones ever injure you? Let's try it.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected, more fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Oh.
Could be morale hit.
Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
Sweet.
The hangover is clearly making these worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't... There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Okay, cool.
Pretty clever.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Okay, that's great.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Okay, so the greenhouse, this is the greenhouse that has the rags, right? Oh no. Oh, it's a can. Letter R. Logo. Okay. Interesting as cops, we can't get these kids to go away.
Like Swinnerfield cops. Like not governmental cops.
Yeah, because they don't
like the
have
old lady
cops.
said.
Ooh, what's this? Magnesium. Ooh, we need that. Maybe we'll take one. Wench has been oxidizing. Oh, I think I remember something about this actually.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What is this? Sorry.
What the hell is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
Perception? Can't get hurt from a perception check, surely.
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes. Rhythmic pattern calms your mind.
Oh,
Mammals
shouldn't have
like this stuff.
Shouldn't have had the magnesium. Maybe I'm not going to heal until we are at... Oh no, because if you get to 1 pip and then you lose morale, you might die.
No, there's more to this. You get this strange feeling. Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see. Especially the small ones.
Oh, this leads around here probably. Oh, what's this?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Okay. Let's talk to this little shit, Steve.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
Just want to ask you some questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
You there, behind the fence.
You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Listen, child, the smell was so bad I threw up and I was wondering.
Stay away from me, pig. You don't want to see what happens when you corner me. I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Hey, kid.
What's this kid shit? Fucking mind games. I'd rather die than squeal.
Get the fuck out of here, face. You got done. Talk to me.
I will
I'll
not.
die before I squeal, pig.
What are those strange words you use, girl?
I come from the woods, Guttavitu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing here. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, he's just... For those that have played this game, did any of you try to hit him and it worked?
I'll die before I squeal, pig. Murder was the case they gave me.
Okay. See about him again.
That's from like a rap song.
Look, see, it's the fucking war pig. Try not to knock yourself out.
That would have been glorious.
Yeah, if it had just smacked him.
Alright, well.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
We'll leave for now, we don't have the information. I know that there's something in there. I can't remember what though. I suppose what we could do is report in about our badge. Alright, Steve, you're up.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57.
Oh yeah, what did I miss? We'll do that as soon as we're done with this.
Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet.
Bin lid? Okay.
This must be the infernal machine that toy from oblivion.
Oh yeah.
The Caprice Kinema motor carriage. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Let's do one by one.
The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
I was wondering whether we...
Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Mm-hmm.
Because he mentioned like you can order a new one, but it'd be better to find badge.
It. Yeah, if you want to try and find it before reporting.
I guess we would do it anyway. I just wondered with I guess I just assumed we'd find it at one stage.
Maybe we still can. What are we choosing?
I'm struggling to read the text.
It says come in dispatch, or come in Delta 10, this is Firewalker copy, and hi Alice, this is an officer from the 41st Precinct speaking.
Problem with this character is I don't know if 2 is actual jargon, or whether that's him talking shit. I guess number 1.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Oh, actually, there is more. There's Sylvie we can speak to as well. Forgot about that.
Could you connect me to the 41st precinct?
Okay.
Guess we'll try to water the boat.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard. The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over. 10-18, state your message, sir.
Voter badge missing.
10-9, over.
Can't find my badge anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
It's a sickly version of Hans Gruber.
Who is this or say nothing?
Oh, who is this?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over.
No, the other one.
You mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
We have a new partner now.
I
Thank
wonder
you
if we
very
can
much.
find out our name.
Yeah.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Dietmar, sir. Over.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
Yes, we got a name.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Oh, okay.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
All right. Which one, Steve?
Number 3.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Enough with this now.
You what?
The number 2. Enough with this now.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
He was actually just saying that about the game.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun.
Oh, shit.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is.
None of those options are good.
Yeah, well.
Number 1, I guess.
Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
Don't sweat it, Bratan. You don't need a gun to have fun. We can still have fun. It's not all over.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Ooh, it's not bad.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
I can convince them. I was worried because that other dialogue option, I thought that was what we're saying. Because otherwise I wanted an option where we try to lie.
Are we going for it?
Yeah, go for it.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
No, of course I didn't lose my gun. Fuck it. I didn't lose my gun.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his phone, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun, not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun.
The plasma gun? Okay, Steve.
Number 3, it's a gun, what can I say?
He says it's just a regular gun.
Sounds like he's being deliberately vague.
Detective Mullen has done it again. Where's my gun?
Uh-oh.
Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh my, I can't. This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants.
Is Disco our name?
That'll be a nickname there.
Fuck, he lost his ass, but he still got his wiener. Oh man.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over.
Number 2, definitely number 2.
You gotta say it, Steve. You gotta read it out if that's what we're doing.
I left it at his mum. I left it at his mum's after I fucked her ass all night, telling that. Oh!
That's a negative. Not going to say that.
Steve once again lives up to his name as the Filthbag Pirate.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized your mother.
Prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got.
What?
Yeah. We ate
Sure, vanilla waffles was the
vanilla
only
waffles
thing,
later too.
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about. Tell him to apologize right now.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over.
Which one's
2.
Yeah. Say it.
Hey, if you don't like the fallout, maybe don't fuck with the Firewalker.
Like he says, you shouldn't have antagonized the Firewalker in the first place.
That's what we said.
Satellite Officer V.
Firewalker.
I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater, sir.
Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters.
Satellite Officer V.
I heard him and I'm on it.
10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm.
Oh God,
Officer,
Then he goes back to laughing. He can't take it.
Do we need further assistance?
I'm wondering, because that's financial assistance, so I'm wondering if that's to pay the tab.
Yeah.
I guess we'll try it.
Okay.
10-4, I hear you.
Because I already set themselves up as assholes.
To grant your request, but
what does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
Experience gained, though.
Was pretty much the investigation.
Okay.
They grab me more money.
He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
Request denied, sir. Over.
Okay, I heard you. No funds.
Anything else, sir? Over.
This one could be about the name.
Yeah, that could be it. Okay, so yeah, do the personal details.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
I need information, not fear.
Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
I know he's not alone, you dickhead.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
That second one's pretty good.
Okay.
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
So is Dick Mullen our name then? I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's carrying on the joke.
What do you need?
The dickhead that can't take a joke, by the way, is still at it. I guess number one, see if he's... I mean, we know he's not by himself. Let's see if we can get...
Negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over.
Oh, the third one's kind of smart. Maybe.
I think they'll just ignore it. Try it, though.
10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
Say my name.
Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner. Over.
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
And he's about the family? Let's just keep going.
Excuse me, sir. Over.
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
So Vision's telling us that?
So remember that Inland Empire is gut feeling, is generally what the description was.
Okay. Yeah, never mind then.
Come again, sir. I didn't get that. 10-9. Over.
Life before the RCM.
10-4. Well, that's,
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work?
He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCN.
You guys are the fucking peanut gallery on this call.
Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for a change.
Sir, Satellite Officer Vicmar says... So, was there anything else?
Yeah, conclude.
Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Yeah, I guess each dialogue adds time, right? So things that we may not be interested in, we don't have to say. I think we should check out the toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tool...
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
All right, what do we want? Can we get them all? Let's try.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand.
Maybe we can cut the rope with those.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
So do things like this, Verdant Tree, if I were to say, like, run my fingers over the steering levers, does that also take up time? And tapping on the preheater gate? I believe so. Okay, maybe we don't need to do those then. Okay, we're gonna go back to the bin lid. Oh, there's a can over here. We missed that.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Wow.
There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Lieutenant, what do you think could be in there?
Trash, food waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too.
Feel like there's something in there.
What do you mean, feel?
Extrasensory perception. It's a hunch.
Mm-hmm.
How do we get the lock open?
We could try using a pry bar. The one you took from my motor carriage.
Oh, that's smart.
Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
Oh, tool not equipped. Hang on. What if we... Let's see what percentage it goes up to.
This trash container is locked.
Oh, shit.
The sliding lid has a
Barely
padlock that
anything.
says, whirling in rags.
Okay, well, let's look for the key then. I wonder if we can...
I think they made it so you need 11 or higher instead of 12.
There he still is, looking right through you.
Okay. Can we use the pry bar on this now that we've got a...
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Okay.
I was gonna say we might see if we can beat the shit out of the kid with it, but
That would
probably
be
don't want to risk
excellent.
any more health, losing any more health.
Is this... Hang on. What was the name of the...
Rags in the whirlwind?
Whirling in Rags. Yeah. Okay, so if we go... Oh, really? Okay, it's weird that the bin was on the other side. Let's go talk to him then. Your mate.
Can I help you?
Is the trash container at the back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
You dickhead.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Nice. By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here.
Absolutely
Okay.
out of the question.
I'm going to take a quick bio break. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
No worries.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
A sad banger would be Street Spirit, right?
Your body is ready, sire.
Once we get that song. Oh, our clothes are giving us negative for sneak and all that. Okay. Interesting.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Ooh, nice one.
With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid.
I reckon I might do another Rocksmith stream on Saturday morning. It's good to get back into the base. For those that are new to the channel, yeah, we do music streams on Saturday mornings, which are a lot of fun. You can request songs that you want to hear and I'll play them.
Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
See, Chris, if you pop in on a Saturday morning, I can play some Radiohead for you. It'd be like you're there. Almost like you're there.
I'm back.
Sweet.
Just had a little stream myself.
Nice one. We have unlocked the lock. Now we've just our gut instinct. As long as I don't play creep, I can play. That's fine. Gut instinct is like, don't open it. I think we should do it.
Is creep?
Hmm?
I think creep's a bad song. Or is it just overplayed?
I love creep.
Cause I like it. Yeah.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Yes. Pick up the rags. Pick up the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye.
Ooh.
A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
Okay.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
Bag the trousers.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but...
I think I know what you mean by the guitar chugging now. I remember you guys were talking about it last time, about something dropping or something, and
Yeah,
they kept it in there.
I've heard it was like initially by accident, and then when I listen to it, they go, it actually does sound good and emphasizes the place. They did it on purpose since then.
And so I just assumed it was part of the song because it doesn't seem out of place.
The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there?
But also, like, even if they're trying to play it now, why would they sabotage a random song beforehand?
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Jesus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
Thrown out towel, a mug, that's all.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force. Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash, The lid was locked, and this establishment had the key.
True.
It's just a small loose thread.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron. Only in its social sensibility.
Mm-hmm.
You've acquired an interactable item.
Maybe for the
Investigate
best,
this
so
item
you,
further
like,
by going to the
just be
Interact
polite
tab
without
in your inventory.
sort of burning them too much with any sort of platitudes.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny.
Ooh.
Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard.
Oh yeah,
a blue
clipboard.
plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
I don't know what this is.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an
Ah, that's why the gut instinct says there's nothing in here.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Boring. Try dangerous. You should do a thorough inventory of that. Be sure some has not fallen into the hands of the RCM's enemies, organized crime, or worse. Official notes sometimes contain informants' names, even undercover operatives. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
Oh, I think we've got something. Oh, we leveled up. We'll get to this level up in a moment. That's not... I? How do we get to our inventory? Nope. Hey, what the? You see a skeleton. It's weird. Or maybe we can't do it from in here. Okay, we've got to figure out how this leveling up system works. So I think we can level up anything we want.
I guess pain threshold was the thing that people wanted.
Alright. Nice. Cool.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Okay, now we can go into our backpack and check this.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
This mug is an example of prejudice. It's an example of what I'm not going to do.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work. Just finish your case, detective. It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? But it will not happen.
Okay.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Ah, the British call it urinals, don't they?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard.
Gross.
Yucky.
It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with.
Wow.
The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels
And we can beat up the kid with it.
Oh, that'd be
light
good.
shimmers on its
Beat the
white
kid up with a
surface.
piss clipboard.
On the back, you see the embossed letters RCM. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment?
Ooh.
Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
Okay.
We can still try to open it.
-1, lonesome, long way home. Did I ever play the Radiohead interactive game thing? No, I've never heard of it.
I haven't either.
Chances are, let's think about this in a second.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board,
Aluminium.
writing down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. It is similar to the RCM watermark on your blazer the lieutenant mentioned. Didn't he say something about the headlights of his motor carriage? That you can read these there?
Oh.
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property. Any
Yeah, it looks like it's a collaboration with Epic Games. It's more of a virtual exposition.
Yes, RCM vehicles
Interactive
have lights
experience.
tuned especially to reveal halogen watermarks.
This means you can read
Art
the
exhibit,
watermark
virtual art exhibit. That's what I'm trying to say.
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Will this give me my information?
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved. How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
Okay, I'm gonna smell it.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better.
Got 5 experience for that. Oh, what's the probability that we can get this? It's 28%. You may retry. Let's do it. Come on.
Natural sixes.
Misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee slowly, the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, you know.
And we sort of wasted that luck on a that would have helped us on a 3%er.
Without resistance or sound, the 2 panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there too.
That's a little bit extreme.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue. It smells of chewing gum. Apricot flavored.
Gross. Apricot's one of the worst fruits.
A touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti. Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped,
Grapefruit's
round
the
letter
best. Love
in
it.
a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile. You think, although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading.
Ooh, Harry.
I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please. A merciful wind blows in from the bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. You feel the card slipping into it. Your hands shake, holding onto it. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on. To what? There's nothing.
We just fainted?
Detective,
Yeah.
is everything all right?
Was that a death?
Did we just beat the game? What?
There is nothing.
What?
Again. Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering.
Is this was started? I can't remember the dialogue enough.
Basal ganglia.
I think Not?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me. Is it? The world is gone. You are no longer reacting to outward stimuli, yet still.
Michael, what's going on?
A bitter, caustic sense of loss remains. Even in the darkness, great sorrows slip in the water. Slimy.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Voyager Road, that's where we lived, maybe?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause. Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape, its lack of beauty was not the problem.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket, the air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Does Kentucky Route Zero count as a point-and-click adventure? Because I've got it and I've always wanted to play it, but never have.
Drink. Water.
The water is cold, silvery.
We got a
the
heal
stuff
back.
of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened?
I came in contact with the burnt-out ruins of my past, Lieutenant.
That does sometimes happen.
He replies with such understanding, it's as if the burnt-out ruins of the past were an occupational hazard. Athlete's foot for cops.
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed? Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your inventory.
Interesting. We did want to use the headlights from memory.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian comes to life. With all the lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just
need to stand out in front of it. My bad.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
I like the shadows. That's really cool.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Using a distorted defunct guitar as the sound of the car is a brilliant piece of sound design. Yeah.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. The first row has 18 dots. The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some. There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200.
Is this like saying that we're a super cop?
The last row has 3 perforations.
We're like the fucking opposite of a super cop. Although we do have like better perception, like, because he couldn't tell shit from the boot prints. So we've got like one skill, one redeemable skill on otherwise an inept cop.
But remember how you can view how many cases you've solved, unless 3 cases is what they're referring to.
That's it.
Yeah.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Uh-oh.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Got drunk like a megastar? When did the megastar?
Yes.
That fits in what you
quite
started
likely.
with.
Your youth coincided with some heady days for Revachol. But let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see... Wow, more than 200.
See? That's what I mean, super cop.
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing
it's
more
10 a
than
year.
10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
This is exactly...
Call it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the last row. Right. Those are your confirmed kills.
Oh.
You've got precisely 3 perforations there. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for. Yes.
Oh, he has killed someone.
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Anything's better than annihilating yourself with drugs and alcohol.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab. The lieutenant nods. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Let me see. Right here. No, it does not. Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Super Cop 3. Oh, that means people killed 3. 216 cases, hell yeah. I wonder if internalizing something will stop the other one. Do you know, Michael, if I can internalize multiple things at once? Those diamonds are. Oh, so I can do a few. Okay, good. Sweet. Perfect. All right. Well, I reckon we might save it there. Actually, we've just been over 3 hours. A good time. I mean, there was a lot of faffing around at the start trying to get that extension working. I might do a bit of research in between from now and next week. Try and get that up and running. Because if so, that would be really cool. My initial thoughts, I really enjoy it. I find it very humorous in a kind of melancholic way. It's kind of, yeah, it's really weird. It's got so much depth to your character as well. I feel that no two playthroughs will be the same because of the different stats that you choose has different parts of your brain piping up and talking and all that. Story's cool. Yeah, I'm liking it a lot. What about you, Steve?
Yeah, like the thing we said with the stats, I was thinking like it does seem like it might be a different game if you just, instead of customizing the character, there's those 3 presets. If you just did quick run-throughs of each character, each preset, see what that, when they're set in a very specific way, how different it'd be. Yeah, it's sort of yin and yang. Like some of the writing's really clever, some of it's awkward. Yeah, it's very yin and yang, but that's a good thing because it means it's more creative than most.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting. A little bit disorienting though, like the way it throws you for a loop, and even up to towards the end of the stream, we think you've gotten a handle of it, then suddenly our character passes out and goes back into that dream state.
Yeah.
Like a lot of that stuff is disorienting, but that's also good because it's more interesting than not being.
Yeah, and I think now that we know to expect that as well, because at first I thought, yeah, it was just a death scene and we could reload after that, but then the fact that it sort of continues is, yeah.
Here's the one thing the one thing that is frustrating me with how vague it is like we just found out our guy's a super cop, but then he's kind of a useless drunkard, and there's no reference to why. Maybe it does happen later, but
I'm sure
we're sort of missing that. It's that missing that piece of what that character is. Like, is he a super cop? Is this just a once-off? He just got blind drunk because I guess that letter might suggest that maybe something bad happened to someone, and this is just a spiral within the last 2 days, or is it still a spiral out of control? But is it that he's generally reached a point in his life where everything's just sort of spiraled and was a super cop and this is where he is now? We just had to have that piece that tells us like what this character is.
I think it's good that way because it gives this greater mystery of finding out why he is kind of brain damaged from, like, either something traumatic has happened where it's put him in that place if he was a super cop originally, or, I don't know. I feel like that's something that will be answered, hopefully.
The thing I was thinking of is, no one knows him and he's got memory wiped. I'm probably wrong in this case, so the people who played through this probably like that. But it might not be that he got drunk. It could be that he got drugged and was out of his mind, and he's come to thinking he was drunk. Yeah. And everyone else saw him buy liquor, but that doesn't necessarily mean he got drunk off it. Like, this could still be, especially with his memory loss, which isn't really the same as alcohol. Like, it seems to be specific, so maybe something nefarious has happened to him that we don't know about.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, find out. Cool. I guess before we wrap up, what about the people in chat that have never seen this game before? What do you think? Just a short, brief sentence of your thoughts. Are you excited to continue and see where things end up? I think there'll be a lot less faffing around next time as well, because we sort of have an understanding of what to do. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm sure Tongs will have to catch up on the VOD as well. Poor Sleepy Tongs is fallen asleep, no doubt. Awesome. All right. Steve, is your friend on currently streaming? Could probably
I haven't looked.
Go raid somebody. Lemmy usually has his raids turned off, so
yeah, so I've kind of got Lemmy. The friend is on. He's playing Dead by Daylight.
cool. All right, well let's do that. Do you want to just put his name in the chat for me so I can copy and paste? Oh yes, I remember him. I'm gonna give him a follow as soon as we're done as well. Is he the guy that you're playing Grounded with?
Yeah, we didn't last time because last Monday, but yeah, most Monday nights Australian time, so I guess Sunday other times we're playing Grounded.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, cool. All right, well, we will see you next time. As I said, Saturday morning I'll be doing a Rocksmith stream, no doubt. So come and join the fun there. We'll play some tunes together, and after that we'll do some Wing Commander next week, and also some more Disco Elysium. Alrighty, putting you into the stream end. We'll see you next time.
Yep, see everyone. Thanks for watching.